it's Monty with Flowers by the Bunch. Today we need to put together a standing spray for a funeral, and I thought I would do that with you guys. So the tools that I use for a standing spray, for this one, this is what we would call our small, and it is on a metal easel that is about 54 inches tall. The foam that I'm using is called an Easel Mate. It is fresh floral foam. I've attached it in 3 different places to the stand. We attach it up here at the top and then on each tip here with zip ties. Zip ties are my favorite tool, one of my favorite tools, because it makes sure that this stand, the flowers aren't going to go anywhere, and a zip tie doesn't cut you like wire does. When you go to grab that stand, a lot of times wire will cut, and that is no fun for the person delivering. This is fresh floral foam. It has been soaked in water, and you can't see it, but I do have a bucket underneath this stand to catch the water as we add the foliage and the flowers. Today I am going to start out with foliage. This is called Aurelia foliage, and so I'm going to come all the way around my spray or my bar with some Aurelia foliage. So another tool that is one of my favorites is my floral knife. I like the floral knife the best because I am able to keep it in my hand at all times. I don't have to cut, lay down, and lay down. So I'm going to go all the way around this foam with this Aurelia foliage. So I'm just taking that foliage and coming all the way around and pressing it right there into the edge of the foam. Okay? It doesn't take very much. Now I'm going to take the last 2 pieces and go right there in the center of that foam. Okay, so there is our Aurelia foliage. Next we're going to come in with some flowers, and then we've got lots of pretty foliage to go in also. We're going to start with our Bells of Ireland. Bells of Ireland are a line flower. I am going to pinch the tips out of these bells just because I think they look better if you pinch the tips out. If you like the tips, leave them in, okay? That's just all in preference. I'm going to take my floral knife, cut that stem at an angle, and I am going to start with my line. So this is going to give us height and length. So I put them at the top, and I'm putting them towards the bottom. I know it's hard to see how tall they actually are in this stand, but no worries, we will certainly take a picture so you can see the full arrangement. Okay, so there's our bells. That's given us some line flower. Kind of hard to see in this video, but it gives us some line flower. Next we're going to come in with some white stock. So they asked that we do this arrangement in white flowers. Now I feel like the green bells are really just a neutral. Next we're going to come in with some white. So our stock is going to help us fill in. And I'm going to kind of come to the side here with some stock. I am just going to group my flowers together. So you saw where I grouped my bells at the top and at the bottom, and then I'm grouping my white stock to the left and to the right. Okay, next we're going to come in, here's one more stem, thank goodness. Next we're going to come in with some white hydrangeas, and we're going to run those right down the center of this arrangement. So I'm going to take my hydrangea, I'm going to cut that stem at an angle, and I'm going to dip it into some quick dip. Now quick dip is just a hydrating solution. If you watch any of my videos, I use it a lot. It's just to help keep the head of this bloom hydrated, especially in a standing spray. Now, this arrangement will be used for a visitation and a service, and all of that will be today. So it's going to be completely okay. Hydrangeas will be completely okay in this piece. Now you'll see a lot of times I don't use hydrangeas in funeral work, and it's strictly because they do not stay hydrated long enough. But when it's a service like this, and it's only going to be just a few hours, I don't mind using hydrangeas. But if it's a service, like a lot of times we will have services that you have the visitation one day and then the service the next day. I won't use hydrangeas for that because I want these flowers to be as pretty as possible for as long as possible. And hydrangeas won't always offer that for you. Okay, next I'm going to come in with some white mums. So I have some pretty white mums. So you can see I'm still kind of grouping things together. All right, so I have white mums grouped together. Here are a few white carnations. Carnations are also a long-lasting flower, which is always so nice to use. Carnations also come in so many beautiful colors that they're really a great flower to have in your cooler for funeral work and long-lasting things that you need flowers that last a long time for. All right, there's our white carnations. And next we're going to come in with some white Gerbera daisies. So I have some pretty white Gerberas. Gerberas also are come in lots of pretty colors. Not just this white, they come in, gosh, so many pretty colors. Now I am going to grab some wire, just some florist wire, and I am going to take that wire and I'm going to press it right here into that disc, right on the back of that flower, and that one just broke. Hey Owen, do you see a white Gerbera daisy in there? Could you grab me one more?
Yeah.
You always need to be careful with Gerbera daisies because their stems will break. So be careful. I just took that wire. There we go. There's that pretty white Gerbera. Most of our Gerbera daisies come with this little straw on the stem to help hold that flower up. I don't love that straw because it's not as easy to manipulate that head. Thank you, Owen. So I like to use a wire, but if you don't mind the straw, use the straw. The straw is a dark green also, so I find that it shows up. It shows in flower, especially if you're arranging in a vase. It'll show up, and I don't love that. All right, so this is our last flower coming in. So we have all our flowers in place. Next, what we're going to do is we are going to add some pretty greenery. So I have eucalyptus and I have aspidistra that we're going to tuck in. So there's our Gerber daisies. Next we're going to come in with our greenery, and this arrangement will be complete. So we have some beautiful seeded eucalyptus, and this is what I'm going to use as my filler flower. I'm just going to take it and pop it and just nestle it right into the arrangement. So you see it's just kind of filling in any of those empty spaces where you might be able to see that foam. You'll always want to be sure, that you are covering up that foam. You just don't want the foam to show. But seeded eucalyptus does a beautiful job of acting as a filler flower and giving you that texture all the way through. Add a few more pieces of that eucalyptus, and then we have some baby blue euc that we will use. Okay, there's our seeded eucalyptus throughout. Let's add a few stems of this beautiful spiral or baby blue euc. This also gives us a really pretty texture, and it helps with giving us a little bit of a lime flower. It is so, so, so pretty. See how pretty? And it's a great lime flower. So if you did not have, like the bells of Ireland, that eucalyptus can certainly be used in that arrangement as a lime flower also. All right, and then the last foliage we're going to use is a little bit of aspidistra, and we're going to kind of use it as a ribbon. So these are aspidistra leaves. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to use it as a ribbon. I'm going to take it, flip that leaf. So here's the tip. I'm flipping it, and I'm going to take the stem and press it right into that leaf. So it gave us a bit of a loop, or it kind of looks like a piece of ribbon. Take your floral knife, cut that at an angle, and just nestle it in, kind of as you would loops of ribbon. There's something about pretty foliage though. I mean, you could almost do a standing spray of just foliage and it would be so pretty, in my personal opinion. I think foliage really makes such a difference in an arrangement. All right, we're going to take a couple of leaves, put them on this side, and there is our all white with some pretty greens standing spray. Guys, thank you so much for being here with me today. If you have any questions about how we do this or how we do anything here at our shop, don't hesitate to ask. You can drop that down in the comments below, and we're happy to answer that question. Thank you for being here, and if you'll do me a great big favor and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel, and if you'll hit that little bell down below, it'll give you notifications for when we have a new video. Guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you all real soon. Thanks, guys.